Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Also good. Hi there. All right, so we got David, we got a Robert, we got an Eric, we got Nikolai, we got Robert. Hey everybody, how y'all?
Much better.
There you go. We are not sorry. How's everybody? Robert, how you didn't want to talk? Oh, and we're live. William.
So he's handling
Huh?
that. I suck at that.
We're doing two Zoom videos at the same time.
No, that's called double fisting. People double fisting.
Well, in Zoom, yeah, but when you start going back and forth, I'm lost. And I'm putting out the dinner, and William is real good with this back and forth. Yes, that's exactly.
Robert, that's the game girl.
I hope that works for you.
Soldier, you come
Yes.
to the show.
Able to watch all the pictures, but I'm hearing every word.
I hope you're not hearing any of those over there.
Robert, are you?
We hear your whole conversation, William.
Yes, I know. We hear the whole thing. I'm like, ooh.
I can't do that.
Robert, have clothing.
Huh?
It's a party.
What?
It's an
You keep cutting out. I don't know what. Is it me?
it's a naked party, said Robert.
uh-uh.
I see some skin, girl. I see some skin. I think everybody's gonna get show some skin today. David, are you ready to post? Who is say hey. Hey guys. We got some people connect. I wonder who we have. All right. All right, guys. Just let you guys know. So go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd be lovely to update all our recorded. Also,
Is it me? I can't really hear CP. I hear him broken up. Is it just me though?
hold on. Let me go back.
I don't really hear. Hi guys. What a lovely day at the beach there.
I'm just popping in to say hi real quick. I'm working on something behind the screens, but hi, Daniel. Hi, Nikolai. Hi, William. Fancy to see you all here. Nikolai, nobody wears clothes at the beach. I don't know what you're thinking. And I know you.
Behind me.
And I know you go to Hallover, so no excuse. And William's smiling because he goes to Hall over too.
I've never been there before.
William's on 2 Zoom calls at once. That's multitasking. But yeah, this is my pool. Probably the second time I've been in my pool. This is my drink. Say hi to him. All right, I will be back, guys. But we're on YouTube, so please subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna get started at around 8 o'clock. So enjoy the music, chit chat with each other, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Oh, Eric's on? I didn't know you were here, Eric.
Eric is hiding, but he's here.
I can't see you. Oh, CP's back.
You have to turn non-video participants on, Robert.
Non-video. Oh, live on YouTube. Okay. Great.
So, Robert, you have a fan on YouTube. They said Robert looks like he's in paradise.
I want to turn my jacuzzi on, but if I do that, then I can't hear you guys because it's kind of loud. I'm having a spicy watermelon margarita. Okay, Oh, Joffrey. Hi, Joffrey. Can you hear me? I don't know if anybody can hear me. Can you guys even hear me? Am I just like...
We hear you, Robert. They're just on mute.
Okay. What are you doing, Joffrey? Are you out and about? Maybe I should move over here. Should I do this? Then I don't really have a good seat. Is that better? Joffrey, are you out and about? I think that looks better. I'll move around here and there. Someone's here. Jason is here. Hi, Jason.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Are you in a hot tub or something?
Yeah. It's not that hot. It's just slightly warm. I didn't want it to make it too hot because then I wouldn't be able to be here for a while.
You're showing off, making us jealous.
Jason, I love your swimsuit. It's very minimalistic.
Yeah, I try to keep it simple,
Yes, I see.
Yeah.
You're giving that 1920s, the top half and the bottom half type of one piece.
Yeah, actually, I have pants on. So.
You wear pants at home?
What happened to Robert in his jacuzzi? I don't see anything.
Oh, I'm here.
I just see your name on my screen.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix it.
He has 2 cameras on.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to show us,
I have the laptop.
that's fine.
There's 2 cameras, Jason. Make sure you have all video participants on, but there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
All video participants on.
And Eric, we know you only do classy. He's like, I only do Hall Over by the Ritz-Carlton. We know. Speaking of classy, we got Richard in the house.
Richard.
Hey there.
Richard, I love your polo swimsuit. Is that the new trend?
I don't where what.
Richard, the lighting and wherever you are, the lighting makes it look like you're about to be beamed up into a spaceship.
Yeah, it's terrible. I need to. I'll get like some virtual background or something.
Oh yeah, you usually do that.
And can I just say, we have GVSC royalty. Kevin is discreetly peeking in behind William. Hi, Kevin.
All right.
Don't be shy, Kevin. Say hi.
Hey.
Oh, this might be better.
Kevin has no idea what's going on. Kevin, say hi.
Hi, Kevin.
Look over here. CBSC.
Oh, okay, well, can they wait till we get finished?
There we go.
Sorry about that.
We're getting
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Chris.
How are you guys? Who is this? Oh, it's Richard. Oh, hi, Richard.
Hey.
All right. We got something.
Oh, there we go.
And George has given us a little
Blair Witch.
after dark.
Yeah.
Richard is in the daytime version of it, and George is in the nighttime version of it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey.
And Padrone has given us the COVID-19 indoor pool realness.
No, I'm deep to Rick Ray.
What are you making, Chris?
A salad with
Oh,
chicken.
okay.
Yeah.
He's
Hello,
tossing
guys.
He's tossing a salad, very original.
Hello.
There you go.
Sorry I'm
Hello.
late.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi, Joffrey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, long time.
Hi, Joffrey. Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
In Miami, there's never late. There's always on time.
Okay.
This is very on time, yeah. Right now.
And feel free, grab a drink, grab a snack. If you don't have a pool or jacuzzi, you can sit in your tub. We won't judge you.
I don't have a towel.
I have a small drink.
Right. More like your drink is running out and you need a refill.
Yeah.
And make sure, guys, share the YouTube with your friends on Facebook, so you know if they're not here in Zoom, they can definitely chat with us and participate on Facebook or YouTube. So, you know, this is a virtual space, so we want people to be included no matter whether they're in Zoom or on YouTube. So make sure to spread the word.
All right. George, are you Blair Witch or what's going on? Are we going to those for early before Halloween?
Someone say something about Halloween.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Or get some Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. George has 2 cameras, none of which he's on.
I see some palm trees there, though. Oh, yeah, well, there's a darker one.
Yeah.
You can just make out some palm trees.
So who we have? Robert, you got your camera on?
What's up, Bobby?
On?
What'd you say?
You cut out there.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, Bobby.
Hold on.
Hi, Louis.
Hey, Louis.
Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
Hanging in there.
Good. Hanging in there. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Better than hanging. Well, nice to hang out also.
We got Louis joining us. What's up, Louis? We also got Cristobal, also known as Chris, also known as Christopher, also known as Pianist Connoisseur.
I only have one freaking name. That's not fair.
Chris.
Chris, Christopher,
Lewis-
Krista, all the
Lewis-
other names that you go by.
Louis Levy has his own TV show. You may have seen it. It's called The L Word.
I love it.
And we have Chris, Renaissance Man Harold in the house.
Chris,
Chris
all
is
the
not
other
a
names.
Chris is not a Renaissance man because I would imply that he's old. He is forever young,
Forever.
and for that he is a medieval man.
I like that.
Christopher, where is your swimsuit? You represent the Nadadores. You should be showing off the NAD swimsuit.
Ooh, oh, yeah.
It is a poolside event.
Ooh.
Oh, see, he'll be right back. That's what I'm talking about. Represent the NAD.
Wow.
That's Dashy Sport.
That's action if I've ever
We
seen.
encourage anyone who's inside their home, you can walk around in your swimsuit as well. It is South Florida.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
How's the jacuzzi, Robert?
It's good. I have it on bubble mode, on champagne mode, so I can let little bubbles.
Nice.
I'd rather have the jets on, but I can't hear you guys if I do that, so it's all good.
Well, you can give us a little preview, just a 30-second, excitement.
It's not that exciting for the watcher. It's only really exciting for the user.
That sounds like some of the men that we know in South Florida, Robert.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, tonight we're going to be talking about singles and couples. So if you have something to say about dating scenes, if you're single, if you're a couple, if you're looking for a match, tonight's the night. I'm still waiting to see George in his jacuzzi. I'm waiting for the big reveal.
I know. It's like the suspense is building, and it's like I can't take it.
Stand up out of the hot.
Maybe I will do 30 seconds.
Why? Where'd your video go?
Maybe dropped out.
His video went away.
Did? Okay.
I think I see Nemo and Dory in George's pool, but I don't see George and Ryan.
It's not that good.
Robert,
That's
David, and Chris. Oh, we're on. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, we're.
Hi.
All right, we're being so how are you guys doing?
rotation from his bathtub.
No, it looks like easy or something.
Oh, got one that big. God love him.
I hope you didn't hear that comment. Chris, how are you doing?
There we go. Chris is representing the NADs. Chris, can you tell them what a NAD is if they maybe don't know?
Well, the last time I saw Chris was at Hallover.
Yeah, we don't know what a gnat is. I don't.
Well, this is a NAD. This is
whoa! What's going on?
this is a NAD that's not at Hallover. Now Chris will show you a NAD that is at Hallover.
That pose reminds me of Hallover. Oh, we're supposed to read the shirt? I'm like, whoa. Oh.
Representing Miami. Oh, Kevin is very interested now. Look how closer he got to the camera.
Is that
Chris is showcasing our GVSC swim shorts. There's still a few pairs available. If anybody wants to purchase one, let me know. And there's George giving us some half-naked realness.
But I'm just waiting for the total naked stuff. You know, let me.
Oh, that's hot.
Okay.
That's the after hours show, right?
That's when William turns off his Zoom camera and
Oh, I'm hoping for a close up. You know.
and Daniel Tilley shows up at the front door.
Cheers, you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're drinking red wine and about to serve a pasta with chicken dinner.
I love the swimsuits and everything.
Robert, you look so lonely in there, Robert, all by yourself.
Now this is
You could have like a pseudo something next to you, just so you know, or I can come by later, whatever you do. That looks very comforting.
Eric, I think you should become a nadadore. Are you any good at swimming? He's writing in the chat, go Nads. I know what those are. All right, so we'll get started in a few minutes. Give a few more minutes. Anyone else coming in, and then we're gonna get started. Nikolai, where are you hiding? Did he get lost on the beach and picked up by some beauty?
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound,
I'm here.
we fell in love as the leaves turn brown.
Robert, I think you should show us your bathing suit.
I agree. I second. Wait, let's not embarrass him.
You're on the spot. Kevin said he's going to give a tip.
He'll send you a tip. Make sure you put your Venmo and Cash App in the chat.
Robert, we got to see a bulge here, okay? I mean, come on. You know, if it doesn't bulge, you don't get. You know?
I'm muting ourselves over here right now.
Remember, Kevin, we're on YouTube. You don't want us to get blocked now, do you?
The inadvertent, profile shot, and we'll see what happens.
He wants a tease.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, a T requires a T. A tip comes first and a tease comes second. I'm Robert's manager and the manager for the council, so they take tips first, and then you get what you ask for.
Kevin says he's not going to get a tip unless he gets more than a tease. I don't know what that means.
Tease has to.
Cut that part out.
$20 up for grabs.
Robert, $20. You got $20 on the table.
Yeah.
Are you on mute, Robert? We don't hear you.
Oh shit, I was on mute. My bad.
So Robert, $20. I hear 30.
I was saying, where is this awesome pool? It's awesome.
Which one?
You guys are in this amazing pool. Looks so tropical.
George and Ryan, yeah, they're somewhere like
Oh, that looks nice.
very nice.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello, I finally got Ryan in.
Hey, it's a nice pool too.
Ooh, let's say hi to this is like, what is it? Bachelors in Paradise. It's George and Ryan. George has 24 hours on a date with a boy named Ryan. Will they arrive in paradise or will they go separate ways? Only the pool will tell.
Depends on the airfare to Paris. Ryan, how are you?
Hey Ryan, I can see your hose.
My what?
Your hose. It's coming out of your back.
See it.
You have a really nice long hose.
That's pretty funny. Your hose out of your back.
All right, so make sure everyone gets a drink or a snack. I'll give everybody a hint. Make sure you have a swimsuit nearby. You don't have to be wearing it, but make sure you have a swimsuit nearby. It's gonna aid in our little activity we have coming up. So
Hey, boy.
go grab your favorite swimsuit from your closet if you can.
You should grab one.
And if you're wearing it, even better.
Or if you're not.
I finally got back to the pool to do some laps this week. So
Really?
yeah.
How did they work that out? Like kind of like what George was saying at his gym, where they like open multiple lanes and.
Well, it's an outdoor pool on Bird Road near where I live. So it's all outdoors, and they don't allow but so many people, and you have to go there on time to get a lane.
Cool. So you make like an appointment?
No, you just show up, and it's a city pool. It's just like $3. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, and it's outdoors, so you know.
It's even safer.
Right. But our team is not practicing together. They're swimming in the ocean, but I don't feel up for that. But
Swimming in the ocean sounds tough.
they're swimming from Hallover, actually.
Oh.
I saw William last week, right?
I think bars. I don't know about places like that, but I think bars are going to open up soon. I could be wrong, but that's what they were basically saying today. I read it somewhere.
Yeah? Wow.
I thought I read it somewhere. Chris is saying no. It's wrong.
I'd be surprised.
Now with crazy people storming through Target in Fort Lauderdale without the mask parade. I mean,
Is that right?
We're almost under a 5% positivity rate for the last 14-day average, so that's pretty good. We're doing really well now.
it
Is that
is
in Miami-Dade County?
right. Yes, finally.
Good. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a relief.
Yep. Because they fine people for not doing protective measures, no?
Yeah.
Did they do a lot of that though? I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything getting enforced here.
Yeah, I've known people that have gotten a fine.
Really?
At my gym, like they peeked in and they saw
Miracle Mile, Coral Gables, $100.
some of the employees weren't wearing any masks, so they fined them $500 and then $100 per person.
Where was this?
At my gym.
Wow. Okay. Well, good.
Because nobody. There were no clients. It was just the employees, and they were just taking a break. So it happened to be that's when the guy peeked in.
Oh.
They were distancing, but he said no, that's not good enough. So he hit them each with $100 plus the $500 on the gym. Yeah.
My gym just opened again, but you have to make a reservation.
What's that? Your gym?
Yeah, it's my gym at work, but you know it has, you know, you can join if you work there or not, but you have to make a reservation right now to use the gym.
Yeah.
They just reopened last week.
Okay.
I don't like to commit that much to a gym, so I couldn't make a reservation to the gym.
I mean, I've never felt unsafe there because they're really good about it. Like, they're distancing, and then we have to wear masks the whole time. So
yeah.
And we clean all the equipment before, during, and after we use it.
Ooh.
I feel fine there.
You just gotta take the right measures. That's all. You know. I mean,
Exactly.
people get lazy.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even at Planet Fitness, they used to always have the sprays and the paper and all that stuff. Before any of it.
I think it's more air than touch stuff, but that's just me.
I agree too. I agree with that.
More what?
And the masks come in.
Yeah.
You like camouflage.
I guess they're trying to help take care of it like from multiple sides. Chris and Richard, are you guys coming on the camping trip?
I can't.
I can't either. Sorry.
They're really being careful of and they have distancing and the the dining room open and all this stuff.
Are there going to be any bears there? Or?
Where is that anyway? Where is the camping trip?
Sawmill Resort, which is, I think it's kind of like in between Tampa and Orlando.
Yeah, I think that's what I heard. Yeah.
I've never
That's
been.
too far from me.
It looks fun though. It sounds fun. I mean.
Yeah. And then the cabins have their own bathrooms if you get like a premium cabin.
Very important.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about like share bathrooms and stuff with other people.
Yeah.
I don't think would be the best idea.
And it's at the end of the month, no?
Yeah, it's on the 25th through the 27th.
Next week, right?
Next weekend.
The nights will be nice, I bet.
Yeah. Hopefully
Nice
it
and
won't
cool.
won't be as hot as it is now, but
Are you going, Robert?
I'm going, yeah.
Cool.
I'm going.
Woo!
Have fun, guys.
All right, we're gonna start in 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. We're starting.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, George is breaking up. I can't hear what he's saying. Is it me?
George, we can't hear you.
Hear me?
A little bit.
A little bit. Robert, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Robert, I don't see you in your pool. I want to see some skin.
You can see me.
I see him just fine.
I don't see him. This is
I'm here.
horrible.
I don't know. I see him crystal clear.
Oh no. Because I see two cameras. That's why.
Oh.
That's why. Yeah,
there's Robert 1 and there's Robert 2.
Yeah.
Well, I want Robert number 1.
Well, Robert number 1 is a black screen. Robert 2 is where the action is.
And where's Mr. Victoria's Secret model here?
I am behind the scenes making sure we are set up.
Oh, also, you're gonna bring your wings out then. Yes.
Yes, underwater realness.
I got a refill.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. No, I wanted to introduce you guys to Rodney. This is Ryan's cousin. He's the one that lent us the pool today. Hey guys.
Hi, Ronnie.
Now, Rodney, why are you not in the pool? Is the question.
I'm not in the. What they don't know is that I just had it treated today, loaded with chlorine. So
in other words, whatever Ryan and George decide to do in the pool, it'll be gone within an hour.
Exactly.
Good to know. Good to know.
Hi.
Well, feel free to jump in whenever you like.
Literally and figuratively.
Now, Robert. Now.
Hey, George. I can see your hose.
It's technically Rodney's hose.
Oh, I can see Rodney's hose.
Is the hose clogged or? A clear hose is a good hose.
Good for your pleasure.
Exactly. Alrighty then. All right, I think we are about good to go. All right, is everybody ready to kick tires, light fires? Hello, everyone. I got my little. This is the second time in my life I've been in the pool. This is the. I have five extension cords making this all possible.
Oh.
Why is that?
Oh.
Why is that only the second time?
I never go to the pool.
But why?
This is my outfit that was sponsored by Outfair. So Outfair, if you're watching. But they got me the hat. Actually, no, my boo got me the hat. But they gave me the bandana and the swimsuit. So it was all donated by them for the event that we did with them last time. So. And this is my friend for the evening.
Oh.
So he will be keeping me company.
That's great.
So let's see how everybody's doing. George and Ryan, how are we?
We're good. We're chilling.
Good. How good are we?
Really
we
good.
have our drink in the pool.
Well, Ryan, I brought a friend with me I want you to say hi to. I want you to say hello to Miss Kitty.
Oh, hey, Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty wanted to say hi to you, so. And Cristobal, how are we?
Todo bien.
What are you eating?
Well, I made some mole chicken enchiladas.
Oh my God.
And do you remember the painting with a twist? This is from Painting with a Twist.
Everybody loves a pink flamingo. And that's when Chris jumps in. For those of you who don't know what the original pink flamingo is, it's... What's pink flamingos, Chris?
Oh.
This is when you would jump in and give the whole spiel.
Oh Lord, yeah, it's the old movie. Yeah, John Waters.
That does not imply that Chris is old by any means. It's just an old movie.
It's not that old, is it?
It's pretty old,
It's pretty old.
Mr. Padrone, always a pleasure. How are we?
Good. I'm giving you office chic today.
Very cool, very cool. And who else we got here? Oh, William! Look at that picture of your face. Like, baby face is giving me. William and Kevin, come out wherever you are.
Okay.
There's William.
We don't want to keep the news, Kevin.
So, William, how are we doing today? What's new? What's popping?
Doing great. Just relaxing after work and having a glass of wine and watching you guys.
Nice.
And Kevin, what are you up to?
Well, he's been the chef today.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean Kevin cooks?
Occasionally, yes. William is my guest for dinner. We're having pasta.
Which I invite.
We're having chicken broiled in butter. Some Italian seasoning.
Kevin picked up some skills during COVID, and one of them's cooking.
Master Chef there.
Nice.
He's not a top chef, but he is a master chef nonetheless.
No.
Oh,
listen, we don't discuss who's top, David.
So I was.
Clearly, William is on top of his game right now because the camera's on him. Anyways, William, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was going to ask. Wow, look at this background. What is all that?
I know. Is that Kevin's room or is that club space?
I don't know what goes on in that room after a certain hour. No, I was going to.
A lot of sleep.
You guys were talking about cooking shows earlier, and I know I watched last night on Food Network. You guys watched Halloween Wars or Cupcake Wars?
I have before.
It's a really fun show. And they do decorations for Halloween, and they do cooking bake-off competitions and all kinds of desserts and cupcakes and stuff.
And what was the winning cupcake?
I don't know. Well, so there's a bunch of chefs and they're competing together, and I think that there was like some sort of toffee flavored cupcake that won, something like that. I don't know. They make all kinds of flavors, and it's basically the chef that wins, and they have judges, and the judges are like celebrities and other famous chefs, and they taste them.
Well, maybe we should have our very first GVSC virtual cupcake wars and let the best cupcake win.
What a great idea.
That's a good idea.
That is a great idea.
Right, William, you like to bake?
I do. Yeah.
William loves to bake and bake some more.
I'll bake some.
How are we supposed to celebrate Halloween this
And
year?
speaking of somebody who bakes, it's Robert. Robert. If nobody got the joke, let's move on. Anyway,
Yes.
Robert, how are you and how's the jacuzzi?
Great. So I want to know
Baked. He's
how are we
baked.
celebrating Halloween this year?
You haven't heard?
At your place.
Halloween's been canceled everywhere.
I know.
But actually, if you're in the right city at the right time, they're doing drive-through haunted houses and haunted experiences. So that's becoming the
I'm
news.
already wearing masks.
Robert tried to make a funny. That's so
That was?
weird. No, I know if you have like family or little kids or niece or nephew, whatever, they're actually doing a drive-through like scary pumpkin patch at Tropical Park. So you drive through, you pick a pumpkin, and then they have socially distant carve-in stations and everything. So it's cute. But in Las Vegas, they have a drive-through haunted house where it's like animatronics and scare actors. Halloween Horror Nights was canceled in Universal, but they will have 2 haunted houses, different ones open each day, and you walk through them in socially distant groups.
We should all go to Vegas. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's
go to Vegas. Yeah.
I was just there. And someone who loves a spotlight on them always, it's Richard.
Hello.
Richard, what island are you at? Tell us.
Actually, it's not an island. It's Spain. It's northern Spain.
Is that a real picture that you took?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, because you said Spain. I was like, what cliff of what boy is that behind you?
Yeah. I don't know. There's someone. Is there someone in the photo?
No.
No cliff divers here. But yeah, this was in Galicia, in northern Spain.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks tropical almost, but it's cold. That water's cold. Don't be fooled.
And someone who I think is yelling at a boy, Lewis, where are you? You have a lovely couch. Lewis, where are you? There's Lewis. Hi, Lewis. How are you?
Hi, I'm so sorry. Having dog problems at the house. Excuse my language.
Whoops. Unmute.
The dog was sitting on top of a table and I cursed her out. I am sorry.
It's all right. As long as the boys don't get yelled at like the dog, you're in good hands.
No, they get spanked like the dogs, but that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother topic of conversation.
That is correct.
And we got Mr. Joffrey eagerly listening. Joffrey, how are you? What's new?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. What have you been up to?
Nothing much. Just chilling here in my room.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I heard about Halloween Horror Nights. That's bad.
Yeah, I used to work at Universal back in the day, but at least they're gonna open some of the haunted houses, but it'll be like during the daytime, not the nighttime. But
Yeah.
It is something. And don't be shy if you have your cameras off. Let's see, Nikolai, we got Eric. Who else do we got? Jason, Daniel. That's your cue to jump on and turn your camera and wave at the people. Going once, going twice.
I'll say hi. It's me.
I mean, the boys want to see you, Nikolai. Don't be shy. You were on camera before.
I'm in the midst of cooking, actually.
Everyone loves a man that can cook. So, you might get a couple of phone numbers after this.
Too funny.
So what are you cooking?
Well, I made roasted tomatoes and onions, and I'm making a tomato bisque soup.
Wow.
And,
I want some.
And then I'm going to make homemade grilled cheese with multiple different types of cheeses.
Nice.
That's nice.
Very nice. And Daniel, Jason, Eric, what are you guys up to? Don't all jump up at once. Going once, going twice. I know you're chatting in the chat, Eric. My Halloween has been canceled. I am shy. I bet you are, Eric. All right, well, let's move on with our presentation. We started a few minutes late, but I know Oh, there's Jason. Wait. We got to catch Jason up.
What's up?
Jason is in his one-piece swimsuit, everybody. Tell us who makes it. What's the name brand?
I make it.
Oh, you make your own designs. Can you do custom orders?
No, I can't. It's a black t-shirt and black pants.
And there you have it, Project Runway. It is a black outfit. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody.
And I probably have 10 of or 20 of each. So that's
cool.
what I wear.
And I gotta ask, what is this like? Because I'm getting like the drag queen kind of realness. Is that like your camera curtain behind you? What is that behind you?
What's behind me?
It's like silver? What is it?
A backdrop of I don't know what it is. Like a deep dark web thing, I think.
Isn't that the
windshield? Wait. It's a what? It's a backdrop of what?
No, what is it?
A deep dark web. I was kidding. Go ahead.
Or is that your window?
My window?
No.
Jason?
What's behind you? Looks like a.
Hey! I hear like people, angry voices, people getting upset. Everybody, calm down. Let's figure this out.
We're trying to.
Huh?
We're trying to figure out if that's a virtual background or what do you have behind you?
It's a virtual. Oh, no.
That wasn't me. I'll have to check it out. I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
All right. So the mystery continues. All right.
Actually, it looks like it's tinfoiled out. His window is tinfoiled out. Now that I look at it, doesn't it look like a tinfoil kind of thing? Anyway, go on.
Well, we will find out. All right, so just want to say hello, welcome everybody. For those that are on YouTube, we have a couple people watching. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. I am David, for those who don't know me, Executive Director here at Gay Vista Social Club. This is our Poolside Happy Hour. This would have been our end of summer pool event, but obviously because of COVID, not really happening. So we kind of came up with this idea of, enjoying your pool, or your jacuzzi, or your bathtub, and just kind of being connected virtually, but being outside and experiencing it. So, just
You're
want to
so
say
nice.
Thank you for everybody for joining us. So, for those who haven't been to our Mix-N-Mingle Happy Hours, this is a virtual series. The first one was Lakeside, second one was Backyard. This one is Pool. We have two topics that we're going to talk about at the end of the night. We're going to have some mixology demonstrations. And we're gonna have a little game in the middle to kind of get people introduced to each other and getting to know each other. So I am gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with our Poolside Happy Hour, which is our mixologist. Tonight's gonna be virtual, so I kind of chose 3 bartenders. Hopefully the links work if I share them. If not, Robert or George, if you're able to help me out in case it doesn't work. But first we're gonna start off with, his name is The Gay Bartender. He's a YouTube sensation. So I'm going to play a little video by him, and then you guys will actually get to choose which drink you want to see him make. So he has various different drinks. So after you see the video from him, you guys will pick which drink you want to see, and we'll go ahead and play it. So let's go ahead, and let me get that pulled up for you. Is everybody thirsty? Everyone thirsty? Yes. Cheers to everybody. Raise your glass, and cheers.
L'chaim.
Chink.
To the George boys.
Oh, we got Isaac joining us. I can't see you right now because I'm sharing my screen, but hi, Isaac. Welcome. All right, let's get this going.
And it's the eve of Rosh Hashanah, right?
Yes. Tomorrow night is Rosh Hashanah.
Does that mean I can't drink?
You can drink all you want.
I mean,
just go to 8 p.m. on H-Time website.
You need a shofar.
No, shofar is not blown until later. Although drinking from the shofar, that might not be kosher. Thank you.
All right. Let's go ahead. All right, so this is the Gay Bartender, honey.
Hey, bitches. Hi, queen. Hi, hunty. This is Adam, and you're watching My Gay Bartender. Beep, 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 beep. My Gay Bartender is craft cocktails with a sassy twist so that you can kickstart your kiki, baby. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make the mouth pop, the Beso Diablo, the Butch Queen. And I'm feeling my gender fluid fantasy. We're gonna be inspired by pop culture, by drag queens, all the queer things that we know and love. Ooh, girl, Shabbat, Shablam. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients. It doesn't take a lot of knowledge.
Is the video freezing?
Yes, it is frozen.
I know, because I'm in a pool and the Wi-Fi is probably not reaching out.
Yeah, it is freezing a little bit. Yeah.
Well, if anybody can share the link as well, feel free to jump in. They're in the document.
You want me to? You mean you want me to play it or?
If you're able to, just in case you might have better Wi-Fi.
What the hell did I do with the document?
Nothing yet.
I closed it because
You might have to close it and reopen it.
Yeah, let's.
All
The
right,
technical
David.
difficulties are trying to operate a pool, and
You're doing great.
I know. Robert, let me know if you're able to.
I got the link. I'll play it.
All right.
All right, kicking it off to Robert.
Hey, bitches! Hi, queen!
Oh,
Hi, auntie!
you're on the main screen now.
Watching My Gay Bartender.
Oh, you just have to. Yeah, there you go.
My Gay Bartender is
All right.
craft cocktails with a sassy twist so
That's
that you
good now.
can kickstart your kiki, baby. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the mouth pop.
You're on mute, Robert. Robert, you're on mute. Robert.
The very first shift I ever bartended, I made.
Robert, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
My Gay Bartender
All right.
craft cocktails with a sassy twist so that you can kickstart your kiki, baby. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the mouth pop, the Beso Diablo, the Butch Queen. And I'm feeling my gender fluid fantasy. We're going to be inspired by pop culture, by drag queens, all the queer things that we know and love. Ooh, girl, Shabbat. And look at
I guess it's freezing for me too.
Ah!
Sorry.
There we go.
ingredients. It doesn't take a lot of knowledge. Look at giving you all the tools you need to know to put together a cute cocktail. Is it rolling? Yes.
All right, so that went well, but you guys have a choice. So we can, do you want to see the El Beso Diablo, the Raven, the Aperol Spritz, the Old Fashioned, the Corona Rita, the Pride Gin, the Bee's Knees, or the Birthday Jello shots? What do you guys want to see?
How about the Diablo?
Yeah, let's do the Diablo.
All right, so Robert, go to his main page and click on the Beso Diablo.
Okay.
Should be episode 1, the Beso Diablo. Click on videos. And all the way down, and it'll be episode 1. The Beso Diablo.
Hey Queens! This is Adam, and you're watching My Gay Bartender. Beep, 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 beep. For the inaugural episode of My Gay Bartender, cocktail that started it all, the Beso Diablo. A little bit
Uh-oh.
Oh, gay bartender.
Does the gay bartender not want to cooperate?
A little bit spicy, something for your hot weather. A few slices of strawberry right up in there. One jalapeno wheel, and I'm gonna cut an extra one for my garnish. Throw that in there, and then muddle it up. And like, boys, really put some muscle into this. I don't want to see.
At least he's cute.
Yeah.
He looks like Robert making a drink.
Trusty pineapple. Silver rum. And don't be shy. 2 ounces is pretty good. Give it a shake. Really. Shake it.
Remember, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Hold on, class. This one's gonna be frothy, so I'm gonna give it a minute to calm down. Right through. Queso Diablo. Makes you wanna.
Does he do that every drink he serves?
All right, so that was the gay bartender. Robert, what did you think of the gay bartender?
Actually, I really liked it. I liked the flavor combination of the strawberries with the pineapple and then the jalapeno. I actually made a spicy watermelon margarita, which has jalapeno, fresh made watermelon juice, tequila, and lime. So it has kind of a similar idea. Obviously, this is the margarita and that wasn't, but I actually want to try it. It sounds really good.
Nice. So make sure you guys, if you like gay boys and gay drinks, follow the gay bartender on YouTube. So that was my first choice. The second one, she actually has performed at GVSC events. Hopefully the video works. She's a multi-talented individual and drag queen. She sings, dances, produces, and acts in some amazing shows and parties. She lights up every space with positive energy that has made her dubbed the Miami New Times as instrumental in jumpstarting Miami's new wave of drag. Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Carla Croqueta.
Carla
Croqueta.
Besides you, Robert, because you're reading. You're reading the thing. So
No,
yeah,
I wasn't reading anything.
Carla Croqueta, if you've been lucky enough to see her perform live during a show, you have been, as she says, #blessed by the patron saint of Hialeah.
I follow her on Instagram.
She is amazing. She has an amazing voice too. She actually sang at one of our Mix-N-Mingles in the past at a gym. It was very, very exciting.
At Orange Theory.
At Orange Theory, yes. And as she would say, she is known as the most Miami queen in all the land, bro, in a very Cuban accent. Her drink is called Carla's Margarita, featured by Academia Patron. So Patron actually reached out to her to make a video as part of their mixology series. Please enjoy Ultimate Miami Drag Queen 2019, Miss Carla Croqueta, making Carla's Margarita. And Robert, since your Wi-Fi was better than mine, if you could play that really quick, please and thank you.
I'm on it. Give me just 1 second. I'm almost there.
See, that's what every boy wants to hear. I'm on it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
can't hear it.
You can't hear it.
Okay.
Well, I've got the
There you
trick.
go.
Is your quarantine extra boring? Have you let your 5 o'clock shadow show all day long? Or have you walked around your house in nothing but a thong? Well, I've got the drink that
That's George and Ryan.
Patron Silver. Patron Silver. I don't even think this thing is silver, bro. Sit back and enjoy a carita margarita. I'm going to show you how to make a caritas margarita so you can spice up your isolation.
Notice how the carpets match the drapes.
Yeah.
We only use the finest tequila, so we're using some Patron Silver. We're going to put that into our Patron Silver shaker. You only want to use 2 ounces. You don't want to go overboard. We free pour, we're professionals here. And now we're going to add Patron Citron. extra fine, like me, with a
I
little bit
love that.
We'll take some of these.
Your drink should always be extra fine.
1.5 ounces.
Like her.
And then this is very simple. From my backyard, I grabbed some mangoes and I squeezed some fresh mango juice. So we're gonna put 4 ounces.
So everybody run to Chris's house and look for mangoes and avocado. Remember, never shake it more than twice.
That's a little too big for this one. That's all right. Put your Carlita Margarita in there. You enjoy your isolation.
That's funny.
Right at home for yourself and your friends. Only if you're 6 feet apart. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. My name is Carla Croqueta. Bye.
Bye. Isn't that the Miami way to have a cocktail? Straight from the
What
bottle.
about mixed drinks she has there?
So let's bring in George and Ryan, because I know they were licking their lips. What did you think of the Carla Margarita, straight from the Patron bottle?
I'm mute. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was good.
What did you think of it, George?
I liked her look, and I liked how the drink matched her outfit. And also, I love drinks with jalapenos in it. I like spicy too.
So Ryan, since I know George never drinks at a party, is that how he makes drinks from home? He gives you the pre-made drink and he just drinks the straw straight from the bottle?
Are you guys... Go ahead, Ryan.
I guess so, yeah. Sure.
What is your alcohol of choice? Is it tequila or something else?
Oh, me? I guess tequila was my biggest choice.
And for Jorge?
Vodka.
Vodka.
You guys still have that Jose Cuervo Especial bottle that you guys had for a while?
Yeah. Actually, this is Jose Cuervo that we're drinking right now. Yeah, strawberry. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, the Wi-Fi got better because that video played without no interruption. So our final mixologist of the night that I chose, he is a big name in the Florida house and ballroom scene, as well as within the cocktail community. He is the father for the House of Lords. So she was an Ultimate Miami drag queen. He is an Ultimate Miami bartender, 2016 winner. He was also the Stoli Key West champion winner for 2017 for Pride. You've probably experienced some of his amazing drinks in the past at places like Club Space in Floyd, Miami, to name a few, as he was a famous bartender, also at Score as well. Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Roger Lords.
Yes, Mr. Roger Lords. He actually did a mixology demonstration at Outshine Centerpiece event, which is what we'll play tonight, and it was really good. You can also order drinks directly from him, and he will have them in pre-batches, very socially distant. You pay a certain fee, and he'll give you big 2-liter bottles of pre-made cocktails, and he has a different cocktail every single 2 weeks. So if you really love custom-made drinks, he is the person to do it. His handcrafted cocktail is called Handcrafted Cocktails by Mr. Hello Kitty. Uses fresh ingredients and premium liquor, all small batch for quality and consistency, and he makes a new cocktail, like I said, every 2 weeks. The latest drink that we'll be featuring tonight, cocktail creation, is called the Lavender Whiskey Sour. And I know Robert is gonna love this drink. So please enjoy Roger Lords, AKA Mr. Hello Kitty Lords, with his Lavender Whiskey Sour. Take it away, Robert. I love lavender. I'm actually having whiskey right now. I'm having whiskey with like pink lemonade berries. So
just give me a minute, because slight delay, just because when I went to go play the video link from there that we had, it's actually the centerpiece film from
Oh yeah, so you have to zip through, go all the way to the 55.47 minute mark.
Pardon? The what?
Zip all the way through to the 55.47 mark.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 2-hour presentation, but we ain't got time for 2 hours.
Sorry, I'm like having vision challenges today. I'm really trying here. Give me 1 second. 55 what?
55 0.47. Or close enough to it.
Okay.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Just gotta share now. I got it ready.
Thank you, Robert.
No problem.
I don't see everybody drinking. Please enjoy your cocktails. There we go.
I usually have a jigger, but since I'm at home and I'm batching cocktails, I have to
Oh, I
use a
want
really big
55
bottle.
55.47. Okay, give me 1 second. There we go.
By Mr. Hello Kitty.
There you go. That's fine.
Fresh ingredients in premium liquor, and has batch quality for consistency. He makes new cocktails every 2 weeks. And tonight, he's making for us his latest cocktail creation, Lavender Whiskey Sour.
Ooh.
Welcome our guest, Roger Lords, aka Mr. Hello Kitty Lords.
Hello. What a beautiful introduction. I just blushed even more with my makeup. But how's everybody doing? Josie, I am hungry. With that food that was delicious.
Chef Josie did a cooking demonstration before him, so that's what the comment was about.
So I guess great minds think alike. But besides that, yes, I am father of the House of Lords. We just recently celebrated.
And he froze. Oh, there we go.
The ballroom community. Right now we are expanding and actually growing bigger, and we're super excited. And I have to really give a big thanks to Outshine Film Festival and David for including me here, and always including the House of Lords for different events. But besides that,
I should be an honorary lord, but it's fine.
Cocktail which I make, and for my own living room, which we are. Do you like the backdrop?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Hours to paint.
Oh, come on, Robert's Wi-Fi. You can do it.
An hour and a half. But anyways, I'm gonna make a drink. The ingredients that you will need will be my favorite bourbon, which will be Bullet. It's amazing, and it's gonna end up making a whiskey sour very good. Bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskeys are bourbon. I don't know if you would understand that. But it's just.
Does everybody understand the difference between whiskey and bourbon?
Yes.
But
Bourbon has to be 51% liquor.
Proof.
Yeah.
I usually have a jigger, but since I'm at home and I'm batching cocktails, I have to use a really big bottle. So I'm gonna go and put an ounce and a half of Bullet.
Only an ounce and a half?
That is how you make a drink. It is an ounce and a half is the proper way.
Drink. Usually I would use tongs to be more.
The most you could do is 2 ounces.
Virtually at home.
I do the most.
At home with your fingers. So this is how I'm doing it. It's very important.
He's fingering
in
it.
a cocktail. Gonna end up using a little simple syrup. Balance out that. And then my favorite little secret ingredient, which I love, I recently just started going and using it, which is a lavender lemon simple syrup. Yes, I put simple syrup, but since lavender usually tastes kind of a little bit like soap, I had to like counterbalance it a little bit, and this has lemon into it, so I added a little more simple syrup to balance out. Trust me, I tested this out, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this, probably be like half ounce. And then a secret of mine, usually I would end up making like a sweet and sour fresh batch. I didn't have the chance to go and do it, but usually when I end up making like a really good sour mix, to go and say, I will go and use like egg whites, lemon, and sugar, and a little bit of water to froth it up really good. But since I don't have those right now with me, obviously we're quarantined and in this pandemic, I'm trying to do what I can. So I'm gonna go and use my favorite sweet and sour drink mix right here from Rose's line. One of the oldest things that you go and use in cocktails is basically Bill's Margarita. It's very hard to find. You can find it in Total Wine. Not many places go and sell it because usually people find margarita mix or a sweet and sour powder mix. But this is what I do. So we're going to fill that up a little bit over the ice. Got my beautiful other shaker tin, and we shake above our head. Very important to shake. You know, I think a lot of us are used to doing this movement. It's a great exercise too at home. Finish that up, beautiful and frothy. I got a beautiful glass here. When I end up giving fresh ice. A lot of people, a lot of bartenders will end up doing is basically using the same ice as there. I don't, because you already started melting that already. So you end up using other fresh ice. The cocktail's gonna end up staying fresher longer.
That's some nice ice.
Like using the rest of the ice that's there.
Yeah, that's good ice.
So usually you will end up using a strainer. I'm gonna use my little cocktail chip and start cracking the egg. Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful, Robert?
And then I'm gonna go and garnish that. Nice little orange there. Always gotta have some garnishes. Makes it
Very nice.
And since you know we like to go and help the environment out, nice little metal straw.
Ooh.
And this right here is my lavender whiskey sour. Let's try this. Oh, so good. David, you want some?
Yeah.
That's what I was like. Give me the drink. Give me the drink. All right. So that was the lavender whiskey sour. So someone who is all about the house, Chris Padron. What did you think of Mr. Kitty Lords and their whiskey lavender sour?
I'm not a sour person. I'm more like a sweet person when it comes to whiskey.
Of course you are.
Sorry. So, but I mean,
But if you were sour,
I'm not. Or if I was a sour, I'll be a sour head. But yeah, but it's not. But I think it's kind of nice. It's very hard to do that when it comes to whiskey or bourbon. So I definitely know that. So that's. But I like the presentation. The only thing is just like I said, I'm not a sour person. I'm more. I like the sweet things in life. So, but hey, I'll give it a try.
you heard that, America. He likes the sweeter things in life. So let's give a virtual round of applause for our virtual bartenders. We had some real bartenders, but they're busy with opening jobs and they're working at the hospital and everything. So, but they're going to be back next month because they couldn't be here for this month, but we chose those in that place. But speaking of sweet things, so Padron and me are going to play a little game with all you guys before we jump into our conversation. So make sure everyone has their drinks and their swimsuits at hand. So our first little icebreaker to get to know all of you a little bit better is called SOS, Speedos or Shorts. So Padron is going to be my little pool guinea pig since he's on the dry land. So I'm going to give a name, Padron, of someone that's here in the room, and you have to guess if they are wearing or would wear Speedos or shorts. All right, so that's how the little activity is going to work. You understand, Padron, how to play?
Yes, I do. Okay, so I wonder want to know who's wearing a Speedo or who's wearing shorts. You know,
Well,
I do like a Speedos.
So if you're not in the pool, you can just go to your closet and show your swimsuit. You know, it's a nice icebreaker activity. But let's start with our native swimmer, Chris Harrell. So Padron, is he a Speedo or a short person?
Shorts. I think he likes to show that white booty all the time. So I'm gonna say a Speedo, and especially that he isn't in water polo or.
So Chris Harrell, show us. Are you Speedos or shorts? Oh, he's shorts.
Well, take it off. That's
Speedo.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. That has its own zip code and stuff like that. Oof, look at that.
Okay, so you get.
That's our team swimsuit. That's not like flashing. That's what I swim in. So.
All right, so that's 1 point for Padron. Let's go to our lovely resident couple, William and Kevin. Hi, William. Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
So, Chris Padron, do you think William is a Speedo boy or a shorts boy? And same question for Kevin. Do you think he wears Speedos or shorts?
Well,
don't answer, Kevin. Padron has to guess right.
I mean, William, I say because he has that slender body and he wants to show it up to the whole world. Not his politician ways, but I mean, but in a very nice way. So I would say.
Listen, have you seen The Politician? The Politician wears a Speedo.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go with Speedo because, he likes the American way. So, I mean.
So, William, show us, are you a Speedo or a short person? And if you don't have it, you can just kind of draw it out in the air.
Or you could be like the other Chris and just, take it off. And if you want, we want to see something or whatever you have.
Oh, take it off. I want to see it all.
Well, there you go. I like that, man. See,
all right, let William speak.
I'm afraid I cannot do that because I am not wearing any underwear.
Are you commando?
Take it off then, for God's sake.
Listen, William is a naturalist, so he's all about less fabric and less friction. The less friction.
No, but I want to reveal here. Let me draw it out for you. I like the Brazilian cut swim short.
Oh, you like that? You like the sungas?
The sungas.
Sungas.
I don't do speedos and I don't like board shorts.
It's okay. You like tangas. Okay.
He likes the one that's in the middle. It's not the short. It's not that. It's like the trunk. It's the Brazilian version. And Kevin.
Well, wait a minute. You're wrong on me. So isn't there a consequence to that?
Oh,
he has to drink.
Well, you're supposed to take a drink, but
I'll say take clothes off.
Padron is supposed to take a drink.
Hey, well, I do have a drink right here, so it's like okay. So
you need a refill, but William can take a drink with you. And for Kevin, what does Kevin wear, Padron?
I'm gonna say because I'm gonna say Kevin's a little frisky guy. Okay, I'm gonna say. Well, no, I think he likes shorts. I'm gonna go with it. He's a short guy. I know. I'm shorts.
So Kevin, are you a Speedo or a shorts man?
I'm shorts.
All right, you're shorts. Cheers to Kevin. Cheers,
Kevin.
All right, let's see. Who else do we want to pick on? Let's pick on George, Jorge, and Half Naked Ryan. Padron, do you think George and Ryan wear Speedos or shorts?
Honey, I think they live in the jungle. So I mean, I think I don't think they wear either shorts or briefs in this situation. I'm gonna say for Ryan. I think Ryan, because of his style, because he's sophisticated. I would say with shorts, but George, I'm gonna go bikini for sure on that.
All right, so Butch George, are you a Speedo or a short guy?
I'm definitely shorts.
That's a lot.
All right, have you ever bought or worn a Speedo before?
I have, yes.
Or shown one on a.
And I'm just curious. Do you happen to have it lying around that we could see what this possible Speedo may look like?
Or
I didn't bring it with me. I'm wearing shorts today. Can you see?
Ooh,
that's live.
Wow! Look at the curvature on those lines. And Ryan, what do you think? What do you think Ryan is? You think Ryan is Speedos or shorts, Padron?
I'm gonna say shorts. I'm gonna say he's a short guy. I'm gonna say short.
Oh, did he just call you short, Ryan? You better smack him. Tell us, Ryan. Are you Speedos or shorts?
He's not short because he works with lumber.
I'm like Jorge. I also have one Speedo.
Oh, he has one Speedo. And what color? What color is it?
Live.
Oh, the rainbow.
Oh, so George is always about Skittles. Kiss the rainbow. And taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
So I don't know do we think Padron should drink? Did he mess it up? Did he get it right?
I don't got a drink, but I mean,
all right, well, George and Ryan have a drink in Padron's honor. I know you guys have a nice glass or something there. All right, so cheers to you guys.
So David, the question is of the day, what are you wearing? Or what type of guy are you?
I wear trunks and I wear this beautiful Speedo. Don't get too excited, but I got this beautiful.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Holy cow! Look at that.
And it matches the bandana.
Hey man, you're looking.
Wow.
Damn.
I timed it. 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay. And we'll pick on one more person because I know they're dying to know. Our dear sweet Robertcito. So what do you think he wears, Padron? Speedo or shorts?
He wear jock straps. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, but that's underwear. What does he wear to the pool?
I mean, I'm gonna say because Robert, you know, we work in the same line of field of work. I'm gonna say shorts because I think he's a short guy for sure.
Why are you calling everyone shorties? But Robert, are you wearing a Speedo or a short today or in general?
Or today he's not wearing.
Oh! Robert is like, the camera does not go lower.
Robert, we couldn't see that. Can you come up for a second, please? Like, can we see? Can you? We need a better view.
Robert is not going to come up for air. That's what I thought George and Ryan were going to do, but then they got out of the water and we were like, oh.
They're classy. They're classy guys. Classy.
And Robert, how comfortable are those?
They're very comfortable, actually.
And how comfortable are you when they fall off you in the water?
Even more comfortable.
All right, so cheers to Robert. Robert, have a drink. Cheers.
Those are the Brazilian kind, which is my favorite too. So.
All right, so everyone, thank you for everyone who played. Big round of applause for you guys. So how do we think Padron did, everybody? He did good.
Good.
Good job.
Padron knows his boys.
Listen, I know my boys, and I know, I have experience. I have a good eye. You get me? I took up from. So.
All right. So we're gonna wrap up with one more little game, which I call Wet and Wild, Drip or Dip, before we get into our social chat. So we're gonna choose someone, and you have to say a compliment using the word wet, wild, or wet and wild. So I am going to say, let's pick on Jason. Come on down. So Jason, I want you to compliment Robert using the word wet.
Robert, which Robert?
The only Robert.
The one in the pool?
The one in the pool.
Did he have shorts on or did he take them off?
He did both.
Okay.
If that helps you in your compliment.
Are they back on or are they off?
They're back on, but by popular demand, they may come off again.
Back on.
So I have to do what? I have to give a
You have to give Robert a compliment using the word wet.
Okay. Let's see. Can we put him at the center of the screen? How do you do it?
Yes. There we go. My bad.
So
All right.
okay.
So compliment Robert.
I have to get a closer look so I can see. All right. So you're wet, you're in pool. Are you flexing? Did you just try to flex like that? Okay. Robert, you look really swimmingly wet.
You look swimmingly wet, Robert. All right, so Robert, I want you to compliment.
Swimmingly, that's a word, right?
Swimmingly, yes, swimmingly.
That's a positive.
Yes, positive reinforcement word.
Yes.
All right, so Robert, I want you to compliment Richard using the word wild.
Oh boy.
I know Richard has a wild streak. Let me think.
That's perceptive.
That's accepted. All right. So Richard, I want you to compliment Cristobal using the words wet and wild.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Cristobal. Okay. attire is wild, and it makes me want to get wet in a pool with you.
That was super steamy, super steamy. All right, Chris, I want you to compliment Isaac using the word wild. Está loco.
Wild. I have to use wet and wild, or just
No,
wild?
just the word wild.
So, what is your wildest? What is your wildest hope for the end of this crazy time?
All right.
That was a little weird.
So, Isaac, I want you to compliment William using the word wet. So, William, I give William a compliment using the word wet.
I'm so sorry. Oh, what are the rules of this game?
No. You just listen. Isaac is going to compliment you using the word wet. Mujara.
Be very careful what you say right now.
All right, you're on mute. Go ahead, Isaac. You're on mute, Isaac. There you go.
Okay, now you hear me now?
Yeah.
You are a sweet, wet, nice boy.
That's
sweet,
so sweet.
nice white boy. And last but not least, William, I want you to compliment George and Ryan. One of them you have to compliment using wet, and one of them you have to compliment using wild.
Can I do this together?
Yeah, you can do it together. You have to use the word wet and wild.
Yay! Actually, I wish that we were going on a trip to Wet and Wild in Orlando.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they closed 5 years ago, William.
Did they really?
Oh my!
It's now known as a hotel.
I haven't been out lately.
And Volcano Bay at Universal.
Volcano Bay. Yeah, they have Volcano Bay.
And Volcano Bay. All right, everyone. Thanks for playing Wet and Wild. Woo. All right. So that wasn't too racy. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our social chat. So before we do, if we could take a couple of group photos of everybody. So Robert, if you're able to take a couple of screenshots. So everybody, raise your drinks. Raise your drink.
1 second. Let me just make the screen bigger. All right, ready? One.
Let me get up here. Hold on.
All right, ready, and
1, 2,
2, 3.
Hold on, it didn't take. Oh, come on.
Uh-oh.
All right, I got it.
All right, and everybody do a wave at the camera. Wave at the camera. Smile and wave at the camera.
Got it.
And last one. Everybody give your best. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. We're all in the pool. Just keep swimming.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Got it.
My Dory is like running out of steam. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our social chat. So we're gonna start off with Robert. So tonight's topics are what did I miss, single soiree, and when, where, what's next, complimentary couples. So we're talking about singles and couples for us gay boys. So Robert, if you can kind of introduce us to what the first topic is, and I think you have a little video you want to show us.
Yeah. So the first topic, hold on, let me get rid of this. All right. So the first topic is basically about singles. And so my question to you guys is, hold on, let me close this. How many of you guys are single?
So by show of hands, who is single here? Who's single, bilingual? William is like, turns the camera. Single, bilingual, and ready to mingle. I see William, Chris, Robert, Richard. Padron is like an elbow in the air. she's in between. Isaac, Lewis, are you taken? Are you?
I am not single.
Oh, you're not,
You're not single. Okay.
No, I'm not
Kevin. Also,
Eric is single, ready to mingle in the chat.
Eric. Okay. And then my second question would be, how many are single by choice? Who's single by choice? Who wants to be single? Nobody?
Anybody single by choice?
Isaac.
No?
What?
Isaac.
All right, so let's go ahead and play your video. What is the video called and why did you choose it?
So the video that I chose is called Ghost is Gay Ghosting. And it's by a psychotherapist that happens to be a gay psychotherapist who I think is really, really good. Just give me a minute just to get the video up and running because I have to. I'm a little bit visually challenged right now because my contacts are kind of like blurry from being in the pool. So just give me a second. I'll get the video. All right.
I didn't know that ghosts were gay.
They are, indeed. All right, I got the video up. Just give me 1 second. Let me just share.
I have seen Casper, Eric. He was pretty straight to me.
A while back, I matched with this guy on Tinder, and
and he's cute.
Kind of immediately, I felt like, oh, okay, this is like a good vibe. Okay, I'm feeling this. We even gave a little kiss at the end. It was very nice. And a couple days later, we made plans to get together again. We went out to dinner. We had an awesome dinner. Like, conversation was great, food was wonderful, but we were just really connecting. And I felt like, yes. Oh my God, I found the love of my life. I really was kind of feeling very hopeful about it. And even after we left the dinner, you know, each of us kind of lived not far from where we were eating. So it was a nice night. We decided we'd take a little walk. So we walked back to where each of us were staying. He was grabbing my hand, little romantic kisses on the street. I'm like, yes, this is going awesome. We want to go back to this place and, you know, just said goodbye. And we talked about making plans for the following weekend. And then after that, we texted like a little bit, but I was getting really lukewarm responses and then just nothing. Ghosted. Done. I have no idea why I didn't hear from him. And then, of course, my mind is spinning, right? I'm like going to like, did I say something wrong at dinner? Did he see videos or pictures of me online or something from social media that he wasn't feeling? I didn't know. But I was, of course, spinning because that's what happens in these situations. So ghosting is always going to happen. It's always going to be there. It's not necessarily the problem itself as much as what we do with it, kind of how we interpret things when we're the ones getting ghosted. And then the flip side too, because we're not all saints. When we're the ones who are doing the ghosting, aside from maybe how it could hurt somebody else, where is it coming from and what might make that a problem for us?
All right. So, Robert, have you ever met a gay ghost before?
I think we all have, but one thing that he was saying is like we could be on either side of it. But has this ever happened to you? And like, do you want to like maybe share an experience as to like why it happened? So, for example, you know, I went on a date and I thought everything was going really well, and then second date, he was like, oh, I just, you know, I'm not interested in a relationship. And he kind of mentioned it previously. So it wasn't like, you know, the first time he mentioned it, but it's like, why are you on a date then? Right. And then the second time he mentioned, he was like, I just want to be in a relationship. I'm not interested in a relationship. And then the second part of it was he was drinking a lot. Like, of course we all drink socially. Drinking is, you know, good. I love making drinks. You guys know how much I love mixology and love making drinks and recipes and stuff like that. But it was really, really like a lot. And it was like, it wouldn't stop. And to the point where like he was not coherent and it was like, you know, and it's just not something that I'm interested in. So I ended up kind of not really ghosting him. He kind of like, that was like on a Sunday, and then like Monday he said, hey, good morning. I'm like, hey, I hope you got to work on time. Hope you have a good day at work, and that was it. And we stopped texting each other, and that was it. And I don't really intend to really text them again. So I don't know if that's considered ghosting or not, but that was my reason to kind of cut it off. I didn't think it was gonna work. Does anybody else have a similar experience or something?
So let me ask, being a single lovely boy in South Florida, how is dating in South Florida? Obviously, you were a big part of hosting Single Soiree with me in the past. Tell us a little about what was Single Soiree and why we felt there was a need to do it back last year in 2019.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a way to bring people together and kind of like have a fun, energetic way to meet other single people. And we played games. We did things to break the ice to make it so that it wasn't so pressured. And then I think that Soiree 2, which then became a version of game night, I think that we even tried to focus even more on making people feel comfortable and removing that pressure and removing that, that dating connotation, so that people felt more at ease and can be themselves and share, and then just maybe organically meet each other. It's really kind of hard here in South Florida because there really aren't that many places to go to meet, and that, if you go to a regular bar, you don't know if the guy at the bar is straight or gay. You can't be hitting on people.
Yeah.
So that makes it very challenging. So I think Soiree and Soiree 2, which again was the game night, was really nice. I look forward to having that again. So
in 2022.
2022. But yeah, it's challenging.
What would a COVID single soiree look like?
Like kind of like what we do already, virtual.
So if George wanted to meet Ryan, they would be 6 feet across the room. Hi, nice to meet you, with shaking air handshakes.
I keep thinking that there's gonna be like masquerade balls and but it's a mask on your, like here instead of over your eyes.
That might be a GVSC event coming soon. Mask for Mass Masquerade.
Yes, but I keep...
Let's bring up Mr. Richard. So Richard, what are your takes on being single in South Florida? Is it difficult? Is it hard? What's the tea?
I mean, I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's easy being single anywhere, really. But something that Robert said, got me thinking, which is, at least in Miami, it seems that we're, we don't have a lot of our own places. I think it's, in a way, a good sign, because it means that we're sort of just part of general society or something like that. But the flip side of that is that, like Robert said, you go somewhere, you don't know if someone is gay or straight because everyone's just there, so I mean, it's a double-edged sword, but I don't think it's easy. I think maybe in Miami it's more difficult actually than in other places, but I really haven't lived in other places, so I don't know if that assumption of mine is on target.
But it's harder in Miami than other places. People in places that are smaller, there's like a certain number of people who kind of live there, and like you run across the same people, and I don't know, I don't know, it's not necessarily like when I lived in Tucson, it's like, okay, there's an X number of people who live in this town who are gay, this is like your pool to date from. People aren't as passed through, or you have to be perfect, or like people stop a little bit longer. Because if you're in Tucson, your swipe is only going to go so long. It won't be unlimited, and you'd eventually swipe out and you wouldn't find anybody else. But here, people just feel like, I don't know, it's different. It's harder here.
Even though actually more people here, it's ironically more difficult.
So one thing that
I've been told, if you live in a smaller town, it's different than a bigger city. Because my roommate, he's from Miami, born in New Jersey. He said people in Jersey and people in, when he went to Savannah, Georgia, you walk into a bar and everybody turns and smiles and says, "Hi, would you like a seat?" In Miami, you walk into a bar, no one turns their head and says, "Have a seat." So
right.
But my boss is actually from a smaller town in Maryland, and he's been with his husband for over 20 years. And he told me the same thing. He's like, in a smaller town, it's different. It's a different vibe, a different feel. And I think, honestly, maybe it's because the pickings are more slim, and so you just, you know.
I kind of, I'm sorry to cut you out, Robert. I disagree on that. I think it's a more generational thing. If you think about it, it's more, if you think about it now, everything's on demand. If you think like you could.
Wait, do you treat boys like Netflix?
I'm a classic guy. I'm an old fashioned. I'm sorry. I like to meet people, shake people's hand, and go, "Hi, nice to meet you." Now, like,
Right.
Hi, what position are you in the bedroom scene? I'm more like, I like to build dialogue and get to know you before I have at least take me out to dinner before we go into the bedroom scene.
So wait, Padron, I got a joke for you. What's the difference between YouTube? Please don't block me. What's the difference between a bitch and a whore?
Well, the bitch is being treated as well. The whore, at least the whore is doing because of interest, because obviously the person is being satisfied for. The bitch is just, I guess, if the person is needy and needs some at the moment. And again, to answer more of that, I think that's what is the difference.
So, Padron, in case any boys may be around that are listening to the answer, a bitch is someone that you have to take to dinner before bed. The whore just goes to bed.
But I'm the type of guy, I don't like to sleep with an empty stomach. So I mean that's my preference. So
America, you heard first. He likes his dinner first.
You heard first. Yes, you
Gotta have food in your belly.
He likes dinner before dessert.
Well, I like three. I like a 3 entree. Thank you very much. 3 course entree. So, but I mean, that's how much. But I mean, I think honestly, just going straight to it, I think it's more of a generational thing. It's also a more like we're saying city, but I think it's more generational. I think honestly, if we think about it, guys, just some people are scared of when they hear relationships or when they hear these trigger words, because they feel like, okay, they tie down like a contract or something. And it's really just, first of all, it's like you say, you meet like single soiree, you meet somebody as a friend, and then you build from that, and then you get to know the person. And then if the interest is there. If not, then you meet a good friend at the end. I think a lot of people today is like,
I agree.
Go ahead and just like get it done, get in, get it out, let me go and go on about my business. So that's what I think. I think it's more of a generational thing.
It's the on-demand society.
Correct.
Speaking of generational, let's bring in our opposite ends of the generation. We got William, who is, I believe he's millennial generation, and we have baby boomer, Gen Z, whatever you call it. So William, what's it like being a single bachelor in South Florida? What's your experience been like? And actually, do you have any good date experience that you were like, damn, that was a good date? Or were they all mediocre?
Are you talking about in the past 8 months or in the past?
Well, okay. So what was the date like in COVID, and what was a date like in regular life? And were any of them good?
A date in COVID?
Yes, people do go on virtual dates in COVID. It is a thing.
Dates. Oh, I guess I didn't know about that. No, it's been a virtual desert in COVID.
How dry is the desert? Is there a mirage in sight?
Hey, I found a mirage at Haulover Beach, though. So.
Oh,
yeah.
What did he look like?
Yeah, well, I saw some other fellow GVSCers also that saw the mirage.
Oh.
Chris, you saw the mirage. Speak up for me. Help me confirm the mirage.
Was this mirage far off in the distance, like very, very small, or very up close and very big mirage?
It was like 100-foot.
Oh wow!
Oh my!
We're talking feet.
I think we're talking 2 different mirages now.
Really
well, we have a special guest with us tonight, Kevin, the 100-foot mirage.
Close enough. Close enough, but too far away.
But how do you think dating has been in general in South Florida? Like, do you think overall you've had some good dates? Dates have sucked. Men suck. What's the deal?
Literal, figurative. What are you talking?
Well, I think it's really hard in the city, you know, that we're really spread apart here in Miami. We're very much like lots of suburbs. We're very spread out, and I think it's really hard to date here. So it makes it so much easier when you have a lot of friends and you get to meet new people and you get to go to places like, well, before the pandemic, we used to go to the Gathering and we used to have sporting events and stuff like that. So I think now during the pandemic, we just have to look toward virtual methods to spread our wings.
So are you saying that you as a single gay man could potentially virtually have virtual sex with a gay ghost?
Well, I don't know. We're getting close to Halloween. I guess that could happen.
And now let's turn over to our youngest cast member, Kevin. Where's Kevin, our 100-foot mirage?
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Wait, you want to hear from Kevin?
Yeah, let's.
You want that? You want to
You can't mute.
Okay, Kevin's had a lot of wine over here. Let's see if we can get
Kevin, our youngest member on the chat. Kevin, talk to us about single life in South Florida compared to the rest of the world.
Boring as hell, frankly. Most of the gay guys I know happen to live on South Beach, and when I've extended invitations to come up for dinner, it's like asking them to go to a foreign country. They just can't conceive of leaving the beach.
Mexico is not that foreign, for the record.
It is when you're living on South Beach.
Yeah, it's like another planet.
Yeah, it is. Totally different world. So there's been no dating. There have been invitations extended to people. Some of those invitations were totally ignored. Other people graciously accepted, such as William tonight. He came up for dinner. But that's as far as it goes. You know, can't get people to break out of their tiny world.
And as a young man here compared to William, who's super ancient, do you have like a favorite date that you can remember way back when that you were like, damn, that was a good date?
Well, actually, I think I'm twice the age of William. I don't know just how old William is. How old are you, William?
I'm 33.
33. I'm going to be 69 in less than 2 weeks. So
everyone's favorite number.
Yes.
I went there first.
And that would lend itself to a major party event if it weren't for COVID-19. Having said that, no, there are no memorable dates. Wish there were.
Wait, you told me about the cruise ship. Something happened on the cruise ship. You had a date on the cruise ship.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
That might have been Barry, but it certainly wasn't me.
I guess I wasn't supposed to say that.
You know.
Was Kevin trying to be the Little Mermaid on the Atlantis cruise? What happened?
I have never done an Atlantis cruise. I've been curious about them, but time and money, it just never worked out.
Got it.
Kevin, have to say you're looking mighty fine for 69. So.
Yeah, amen to that.
I accept that compliment graciously.
Chris did a rhyme. Looking mighty fine for 69. Very good.
Kevin's being a little shy. He's told me something about a hot date on a cruise ship one time.
And then he's gonna bop you off on the head when the camera turns off. let's bring Jason. Let's bring Jason in. So Jason, what's your take been with dates? Anything good? Anything bad? Men suck in Miami, South Florida.
You always have to rope me into this, don't you? Don't you, David? How's it been dating? What did you say? What was the question again?
No, what's your take on dating life, being single? Does it suck here in South Florida, or maybe better in other places you've been?
Who said I was single?
Oh. Are you not single?
Yes, I am.
Stop faking yourself.
So what would you have to say to other single boys out there?
Single boys?
Or men.
Yeah. Men, I don't know. It depends on what people want. You know, people just want sex. You can get sex anywhere. I always tell people, you know, even the most unattractive person, whatever that is, can get sex. So, and you know how, you know, you can pay for it, but it's free too. But if you want a relationship, that's totally different. So you have to, you know, put yourself out there and take the time to get to know somebody, and which means dating. I don't know if people do that anymore or not. I don't know. I don't do online shit, so all that dating stuff, I don't, was it Grinder? I don't do that.
Jason, you said you have to put yourself out there. How do you do that normally, and how do you do that now with this whole situation?
Well, with COVID, well, also I'm not normal, so so
Welcome to 2020, the new normal.
I don't think any of us are normal. I don't really know what normal is.
well, just it's a long story, but I would say COVID, yeah, forget about COVID. I mean, it's hopefully eventually it's going to change. Things are going to move on one way or the other. But before COVID, and when I was on the dating scene, I could, I'm not from Fort Lauderdale, but I could go to any restaurant or bar and meet guys. You know, when someone's interested in you, they're looking at you. You can see
Where are you originally from, for those who may not know?
I lived in many places. I grew up in Florida, the Gulf Coast, and I lived in Orlando, Tallahassee, other countries. But anyway, so my point is, like, there was a bar here that's not gay. It's in Oakland Park, 10th Level Tavern. I don't know if y'all heard it, but you play video games and you drink craft beer. And all kinds of people went there. And you would see gay guys, you know, lesbians, tons of straight people, old, young, didn't matter. So, yeah, it's you don't know how many times. I'm not saying anything, but you know, there was potential, and actually did lead to something more than just a friend with somebody. So my point is, I don't know. Someone said you stick to your little, what did you say, bubble? Like, get out of your bubble, and that's why I joined this group, because I don't even do Facebook. I opened this account just to do that.
Just for me? No, I'm joking.
Well, Quinones, after I saw you in those shorts, yeah.
I'm glad I inspire.
But anyway, I've talked enough. My voice, you know, it's dry.
He's dry. Could somebody get him a cocktail, Robert? Cocktail?
You know, I don't drink.
I know. A mocktail.
Gatorade.
Isaac, let's bring you in to kind of wrap up before we move it to couples. Isaac, ya tu sabe, what do you think of Los Chicos in Miami and in other cities? Do they suck? Are they good? What's up with that?
What's Cape Coral like?
I think Miami guys are a little bit rude.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
On my opinion, not everybody, but a lot of them. Like
rude in what way?
Like you start talking with someone and for maybe a week or two, whatever, and one day they don't talk to you anymore. They disappear.
Yeah, that was that ghosting thing I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I think that's kind of rude. I think if you're not interested in you no more, hey, listen, I don't think it's work out. So we can be friends. I think it's more, you leave the guy hanging. That's kind of grosero in Spanish. I don't know how to say that.
Rude.
Kind of like almost like a cowardice kind of way of approaching something, right? Like kind of like the easy way out.
It means rude.
Yeah,
You're saying
well,
they're being rude when they.
be a little bit educated, so just say something. That's my opinion. But like Jason say, most of the people they're looking just for sex because gay is about sex. Relationship is completely different. So it's more work, right, Jason?
I agree. Yeah, most
It's
people
more
don't.
work.
Most people don't want to do that. We are men after all. So yeah, we love sex. Straight men love sex too.
So men are animals. Is that what we're agreeing?
I didn't say
Kind
that.
of.
I mean, some of them are a cute, fluffy little thing, but some of them are.
But
I mean, nothing wrong with the sex, but relationship is more difficult. So this is why most people just prefer sex. And
yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying. And they don't want to date or have a relationship, or they have a 2-day relationship or whatever,
And some other they like to, like Robert says, some other like to play going a date, but they don't want relationship. They're just looking for sex, but they like pretend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, como disfrazar. Well, they're all
there's
different guys. They're all different guys.
There's a lot of guys who like say they really want a relationship. They say they want a boyfriend, and then you ask them out, you make plans. But then guys who are always at brunch on time, they're always at the club before 11, they always go to work on time, always make their doctor's appointments. But when it comes to another gay man, all of a sudden it's some form of busy, sick, tired. I want to pick up an extra shift at work to make extra money. I don't feel good. It's always, something with X, or always some type of like priority that they're putting to somewhere, someplace, someone else. But then you just hear them complain. I don't have a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. But you don't ever prioritize the showing up and being on time part. And so you're really left with just going for the sex, because it whether you have sex or not, it doesn't matter. They don't give you priority or show up. It's really just a disrespect for other gay men that you see so much within the community.
Let me ask this. Do you guys think straight men and women feel the same way? Like, do you think straight men say, oh, women are late, or women feel, oh, the man is always late?
Women, when a woman gets asked out, they know how to leave work early. They know how to push time together. They know how to drink a cup of coffee to have energy. They know how to take an aspirin or whatever, or an IV or colonic or whatever they do.
Colonic.
That's
Robert's like, that's my favorite late night cocktail.
But women, when they get asked, when I talk to, straight women, when they get asked on a date, they show up and they're on time. Gay men, it's nowhere near. That's the biggest difference that I see, is that so many more straight women really want a relationship, and they respect a man enough to show up and be on time and to make space for dating, whereas gay guys just don't give that priority so much. So I see so many straight women accept dates, go on and get married, and so many gay men just keep saying, I want a boyfriend, and then just pushing off.
Well, I've
But Eric, you're talking about dating though, right? Not like
I'm talking about dating. Yeah, women.
Not like just
so many of the women
friends
I know, when they get asked for a date, they make time and space for a date, and they show up.
Do you think the straight men are just as respectful as the women? Or is it a man issue?
But if a man asks for a date and he generally shows up for the women, when they're straight, and they generally go on them. They just don't have the same.
What were you going to say, William?
I'm usually late, I'm sorry. And I've dated women and throughout high school and college, and I don't know. Some people are late, some people are early, some people arrive on time. I call it my Mexican time. Sorry, but I still graduated
around here it's
from
Cuban
college.
time, but it's probably
Cuban time for.
What was William going to say?
The thing is, most women, fewer women flake out or cancel or forget.
We're straight though. Like I feel like we don't have that opportunity. Like we're gay men. We're a marginalized part of the community. And so I think that adds so much more pressure than it is if you're a woman. It's like you're supposed to be going with a guy, like in the eyes of everybody. And so there isn't as much pressure. And I feel like being a gay man, there's all the pressure from society, when you're at work, when you're at home, in your personal life, and it exists in your dating life. And I think that just, it adds so much more pressure. What are you supposed to be doing? And also, a lot of people, or a lot of us, like when we were growing up and when we were in middle school and high school, it wasn't acceptable. So we kind of missed that part of normalization in our childhood of kind of being ourselves. So like a lot of us are just kind of figuring it out in, the second part of our lifespans here. So I think that factors into it. So I think a lot of people get scared and flake out and all kinds of things that are going through people's heads.
The role, and this is just potential question, as far as like they may be more defined in a straight relationship versus a gay relationship where it's two men. Does it have anything to do with that? Or could that be a factor at all?
I couldn't hear the question because you were cutting out for me.
What was the question, Robert?
Yeah.
The question is, do you think that it adds a level of complexity, the fact that the roles are not they may not be as clearly defined between a man and a woman versus a man and a man?
I think that may play a role for the who asks, because when it comes to men and women, it's majority of the time a man will ask a woman out on a date. But when it comes to showing up or making space and being on time for the date, then there shouldn't be a difference.
There's no
right?
difference.
But that's what I see a big gulf of differences. And you're right that there are some girls who start dating and they start showing up for dates like in high school, and so maybe there's some gay men who don't do that. But it's really it's just I think there's just a tremendous difference in the priorities.
It's all the same. Everybody's looking for sex, gay or straight.
That's just what most people are trying to do, because the reason why I'm asking is because I noticed that I see a lot of people that are looking for relationships, yet they tend to be single. And I'm just trying to understand, like, what are some potential reasons for that,
So let's dive into our second part, which is complementary couples. And we have a lovely complementary couple here, which is George and Ryan. So George and Ryan, if you could kind of take us into our second half of the conversation tonight, as our main couple of the evening. And kind of, I think, start maybe like, what does a relationship mean to you guys? Because obviously you guys are successful because you're together. And then maybe share like, I'm curious to know, like, what do you find as like, what was the moment that defined you guys should be in a relationship? Was it the perfect date? Was it, something Ryan said or you said? Like, talk up to us.
So I guess I'll start with the question you just asked. So I guess like our relationship actually, like everyone talks about Grindr and how it's not a good place to find people, but we actually met each other on Grindr. So I totally understand like what everyone says, but I think that sometimes it's just about just finding the right person, just looking for something very similar to what you're looking for. With us, we started out just like seeing each other kind of casually, and then eventually we just continued to see each other more and more. We just never stopped. Just kind of how our relationship got started and continued was just because of that. We just liked each other, like being around each other, and we just never stopped seeing each other.
So how long did you know each other before it switched over to now we're like together?
I don't know. I think that we were both like.
Has it been a notebook love or is it a Post-it love?
I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, what does that mean?
A notebook is pages and pages. That means there's history. A Post-it is you can wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's how long we've been together.
Oh, I mean, we didn't really. I feel like we weren't really talking to anyone else when we when we first like started talking. So it was just us two. So I don't know, it was different because we had both gotten out of a relationship, and we were, I guess, almost not really looking for anything, I guess, and it just kind of happened, you know?
Yeah, at the time, I guess I was just looking for, you know, someone to talk to, companionship, because I think it had been like, it was like 6 months that I had been single from my previous long-term relationship, because I had, most of my relationships have been long-term relationships. My first one was 3 years, almost. My second one was 3 years. And then now with Ryan, it's been 6. So that's kind of my mentality.
So is 6 the gay unicorn? Like 6 years in gay is really like 12 in straight?
I believe so. Yeah, it's, you know, and yeah, it's one of those things where I think I mean, honestly, I think I'm a late bloomer, because I didn't even start dating or even had been with a guy until I was like maybe 22. I think that's when it was, 22, 23. And so kind of to echo what William was saying is that a lot of the times you're in a situation where you didn't have your first date when you were in middle school or in high school. So you're learning, you know, some of these things, you know, in your 20s, maybe even in your 30s. So for me, my first few relationships, even though I thought they were going well, I look back on it and it, you know, they weren't the best. I mean, I tell Ryan stories about it, and I'm like, I can't believe that happened in my previous relationship. And I thought at the time that it was okay. So, you know, I think that a good relationship, and I think somebody else said this, I think 2 people said this, it's work. I think that we really knew that that it was going to last and that we were meant for each other because we worked through the hard times. You know, we were there for each other when it was difficult, and, you know, we saw past each other's flaws and still loved each other despite it.
So for you, what is the secret that makes a relationship work? Like if you were to like say like this is the 1 or 2 things that define making a working relationship, what would that be?
I mean, number one, I think with anything in any relationship, whether it's romantic or even a friendship, is communication. That's like, you got to communicate, you know, you got to, you know, say what you like, say what you don't like. You know, I know that we laugh at each other sometimes because I know when Ryan is thinking about something, it's like, what's on your mind? Tell me. And I have to like force it out of him sometimes, or he'll have to force it out of me.
Because Ryan is super talkative.
And just kind of, you know, trying to be as understanding as possible. You know, and that's just how I think communication, definitely number one. I really can't think of anything else. I think just kind of, you know, aside from communication, just kind of being open-minded too.
Yeah, and I think trust and respect, I think are definitely like 2 and 3 are on the same level as communication also. So.
And for someone who, because I've been in GVSC for like 4 years, and it's interesting, a lot of single guys were like, you know, I have one friend, really good friend, and he's like, oh, I just had this really nice lunch. And the other guy on the other end comes up to me and said, I had the most amazing date. And I've had this with multiple people in GVSC where one person's like, oh, I just had lunch with so-and-so. And the other person comes up to me and says, I just had an amazing date with so-and-so. So either you or anybody else here in the room, what is missing in the communication? Because clearly, I don't want to use the word delusional, but one seems to think that it was the notebook, this romantic lunch, and the other person's like, it was a Post-it. We had lunch, it was real, peace. So for you or anybody else, what really allows people to know if it's a date, if it's a hangout, or in the sake of this, with a bunch of friends I know, it was lunch for one person, but the other person said, oh, I had a nice date with so-and-so. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Any thoughts?
Perception is reality.
To me, it's the venue makes the difference. You know, if we're going to the melting pot, it's probably a date, right? If we're going to something,
who doesn't love fondue?
Well, I know, but then that's not just, look, if I take you to fondue, it's not just that we're, I think it depends on, the scenic places or more experiential dining places kind of are more to me like a date, and then going to more common places is like going to sort of, lunch. I mean, so maybe that's in my mind, but I know that not everybody goes to scenic restaurants, but I kind of define it by where the place that gets picked at.
Okay, so you base it on venue and location. What else would everyone think makes the difference? Like my friend, I think they went to, I don't know, they had lunch at like Chili's or something. I think it was something like that. And one was like, oh, I had a date with so-and-so, and the other one's like, oh, I had a nice lunch.
If I take you to the Chris,
I see you waving your hand.
It's a date. If I take you to Chili's, it's lunch.
Yeah, I think you just have to be like, I would rather say to somebody, look, I think you're cute, and would you go out to Rosie's for happy hour with me? And I would rather they say, you're super cute, or, but, I'm just not up for that, but thank you so much. That would mean so much more than saying, okay, and then you go out on a date, and then you find out then you've overtly asked somebody out on a date, but they don't feel like it's a date. I mean, that hasn't happened to me, but I mean, what I'm saying is that you have to be clear. I think it's also to be clear and say to flirt with somebody is okay, appropriately, and say like, you have such, I think you're a cute guy. Would you like to go and let's go to Starbucks or whatever, or would you?
So are you saying gays possibly may be superficial in the sense of, so what I've noticed is the ones who said they were going to lunch were, we would all say, damn, they're attractive, and the one who said they were on the date, I would say, is normal, mediocre. Is there a difference in?
No,
they're saying it's a date because the other guy was like, oh my God, gorgeous, and that's why they're using the word date, even though it was really.
What I'm saying is echo what George, Jorge, and Ryan said, is it's communication. And if you're going to ask somebody on a date, be like, do you want to go grab coffee? That could mean like, let's go grab coffee and talk shit or whatever. Like, not like, do you want to go grab coffee because I think you're cute and maybe this is a date? I mean, like, make it a little bit more like, I think you have to put yourself out there and not be afraid to say like, I think you're a nice guy, whatever it is, or like, and make it clear, like you want to get to know somebody. And then it's like, maybe not a date, but like a getting to know, you have to be clear about your intention.
Yeah.
Communication. So basically communication is key, being honest, not ghosting people, letting them know, because, if it doesn't work out as a relationship, it can always work out as a friendship. Why not? Right?
So are you anti-ghost?
I look like one right now from these lights up here.
So Robert, what's your take on relationship? Have you had the perfect relationship in the past? Is it more just of a companionship you seek? What do you think is missing, or is nothing missing and you're happy like as is? Like what's a relationship mean to you?
Honestly, mostly I just look for friends, and if it turns into being a relationship and organically it turns into that, that's good. But I haven't really, I haven't been in a real relationship other than dating and short-term relationships in a while. And the longest term relationship that I had, the most recent one, worked out. It worked out for like 3.5 years. But I don't know what a perfect relationship is. I don't know if that really exists. That's the thing that I'm learning, because older generations, they made it work no matter what. The newer generations seem to be more like throwaway, more like disposable. So I think relationships are work, and I think that topic has come up tonight. And sometimes people don't.
Sorry, Robert. One question. What do you mean by the new generation is like throwaway? What do you mean by that?
What I mean is like some of the younger people keep saying, feel like relationships have to be magical and perfect, and they have like this idealistic view of what a relationship should be. And I think it's unrealistic, to be honest with you, because relationships are work. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your disagreements. You got that honeymoon. And once that is over, how do you keep a relationship going after that? Look at George and Ryan. It's been 6 years and they're young guys. That's honestly really amazing. I'm not trying to put them on the spot or whatever, but that's not typical. And I think we all would.
If I'm devil's advocate, are you saying that maybe the not so younger generation is a little more jaded when it comes to what a relationship is? Because I do feel that people that grew up, let's say in the 70s and 80s, for them being gay and not being able to say you were in a relationship, I think maybe the reason why they're together so much longer is because it was such a secret and it was such a treasure and a privilege to have it. Whereas today, okay, I have a boyfriend and then tomorrow I have another boyfriend. So is it really because of society that kind of determines what makes a good relationship? Because again, people who've been married from 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was a very different time in the LGBTQ community than it is today, where it's like, okay, whatever.
I would agree to a certain extent that nowadays it's not that big a deal to be like in a relationship short term or whatever. But I think overall, I think that the lesson to me is relationships are work and you have to make them work. And both people have to want to make them work. And that's how you make a relationship work. It's really not some magical, beautiful, fairy tale thing. It's real.
And final bonus question to wrap up the night, because we're running out of time. Actually, there was an article I was reading the other day, and I actually know two friends actually that are in a throuple. So just a kind of bonus question to throw out there. What is that? Because this is kind of the new age thing where couples are old and throuples are in. And I have two friends who are both in a throuple. And actually, in anybody who's seen the Netflix show Politician, it's about the political candidate running for an office, and she was in a secret throuple with two guys, and one was bisexual, one was gay, and then they were sorry. So,
but wait, when you say secret, meaning like she was
when she was running for political office, nobody knew she was in a throuple. They only thought she had a husband.
The people in the relationship knew that they were all three.
Yeah. They knew. The public did not know because she didn't know. Imagine in the same age if someone was running for mayor of Miami and we find out they have a wife and another wife, or a wife and a husband. So thruples is becoming a thing. Obviously on RuPaul's Drag Race, there's a drag queen who's very well known for having a throuple relationship. One is with a drag queen and one is with a boyfriend. So just kind of throwing it out there just to see what everyone thinks. Like, what is the take on thruples? Is that very new age thinking? Is there value in that? Is 2 boring and 3 is not a crowd anymore? What's everyone's final?
I mean,
Chris is like,
people did that in
in the early parts of the Old Testament, they were men who had more than one wife, so it's not technically new age.
And look at like Paris in the 19th century; it was full of that, but it was more underground. It was not like it was more of a taboo thing, So
I think it's the same thing. Like, I think anything will work if you put the work in. I mean, same values. I think just everyone has to give 100%. I think, or whatever they agree to based upon the communication. Anything is possible.
Do you think a throuple starts out of the two are missing something and they try to find what's missing in the third? Or is it an individual honestly like A, B, and C of person one and honestly likes the same A, B, and C in person two and they can't choose and it's like, all right, let's just all be together?
I mean, I think that you have a different connection with every person. So I can have the connection that you have with, like, let's say one family member, I guess, or one friend. It's not going to be the same relationship that you have with another friend. So I wouldn't say that it's missing anything. Just that people are different. You have a different connection, and like it's fulfilling in a way that is sexual, or that you need this person around all the time and needs to be in a relationship. So I feel like that's how it can happen. I don't think it's necessarily missing something, you know, but it's just a different connection.
Jorge, do you feel it's not missing something? Is it greedy? What's your opinion?
I mean, to each their own, obviously. I think that for some people, I think, you know, maybe they go into a throuple to add excitement to their existing relationship. I think that might be one reason. But also to Ryan's point, again, you could be very fulfilled with one person, and then, you know, whether it's a friend or someone like that, that you're like, hey, you know, this other friendship now became romantic, even though it was a completely different connection. Let's see if that would be something that could work out. And that's kind of the way that I see it. I kind of could see it going both ways.
The scary part to me is like if two people in the throuple end up wanting to stay together, but they don't really feel the same about the third. It might not be nice.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to reach throuple territory.
Throuple trouble.
Throuple.
I'm sorry, but a triple is that with 3 persons or more? Is that right?
Three. Oh no, 4 has a different name. Three.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, 4 and 5 is what do they call it? The Natadoras party. The Natadoras party.
Orgies.
Natadoras party. NAD.
Orgy.
Polyamorous. Which actually, with Outshine Film Festival, they had it was interesting because it was 3 of them, but they didn't consider themselves a throuple. They considered themselves a polyamorous relationship. And obviously a differentiation in the definition is really what makes the difference. And also between bisexual, which is it today, George? Today's National Bisexuality.
It's a whole week. Starts today.
Oh, it's the whole week.
Bisexuality Day is the 23rd.
Who here is bisexual?
Oh, look at Ryan. He raised a finger. That was a big finger.
Ryan bisexual.
That was a big finger. But even the conversation with bisexual, we had a movie and she's like, I'm not bisexual, I'm pansexual, which again is the difference of the definition and the generation. The old generation called it bisexual. Today they call it more pansexual. So, but we are out of time. Actually, we ran a little bit over time, but we have some great discussions here tonight. Really quick before we wrap up, Robert, can we get a final picture of our lovely couple, George and Ryan? I know it's not a poolside photo. We'll have to screenshot it from YouTube, but let's get a nice, sweet photo. Love is love, little heart, little love action.
Hold on one second. Almost there. Give me 1 second. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Got it.
Right, now can we get a sober love photo?
Oh.
What does that mean?
All of that.
It was a joke. I know George was sipping on his cocktails. Let's get a picture of our lovely Robert, our other GVSC council member. Robert, you take a selfie of yourself.
I want to what Robert said, because Chris, you were saying something about, oh, you're super cute, but so I heard Robert say, oh, you're super cute with that mustache, Christopher.
Mm-hmm. Looking good.
Ryan and I.
Chris was embracing the dirty Sanchez today. So.
Exactly. Ryan and I were saying that like all night. Oh my God, Christopher looks so.
Thank you. I'm trying it out for a couple of weeks, so we'll see. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you.
A couple of weeks, you mean forever? That sounds great. Love it.
On other GVSC news, my car it was a hybrid car, and the hybrid battery died, and they're like $3,000 to replace them, and it has 222,000 plus miles on it, so I'm not sure.
Well, Eric, I had the solution for you. OnlyFans is hiring, and they pay up to $10,000 a week. Let me tell you, if Disney princess stars can do it, You can definitely.
If anyone else, and I work from home now, so I don't even know if I'm going to go get it now. But anyways, I may do Uber for a while. I'm not sure, or trade in, or just sell off, or pay my lease. But anyways, if anybody is driving to I do have that Friday and Saturday off. I would just have to, if anybody else is driving to the Sawmill.
I'm actually gonna create, I just gotta find time to do it. I'm gonna create like a little messenger group in Messenger, kind of everyone who's thinking of going or is going. And then that way you guys can kind of connect and try to figure out the whole carpooling situation, which will lead me into my final comments tonight. So for those watching on YouTube or whatever, we do have our camping retreat coming up next weekend, Friday through Sunday at Sawmills, which is in Dade City between Orlando and Tampa. So if anybody is interested, please go to our Facebook and look at the event description. Some of the cabins are already sold out. So you just got to make sure, again, because of COVID, we're encouraging everyone either get your own room or kind of figure out who you want to partner with and who you want your roommates to be and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's also a zip lining, tree climbing excursion, which we have a group rate for, which I'll be discussing in that chat as well. So if you like zip lining, if you want to take a canoe on the river, explore the great outdoors, they're going to have karaoke, socially distant, of course, a drag show, socially distant outside. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And the night before, on Thursday, GVSC was given a grant, and we're very excited by the Florida Department of Health. We will be sponsoring the social conference event for the first virtual 2020 Miami Men's Wellness Conference. We're partnering with 6 organizations. Let's see if I get them all. Care Resource, Empower You, Pride Lines, HPAC, Prevention 305, and Latino. So there we go, all 6. And we're going to be hosting a Survivor Miami game. Each organization will be hosting their own game. We will be raising money as well, where GVSC will donate up to $200 for the winner. Whoever wins the night will choose which organization or nonprofit charity in South Florida they would like to donate the money to. So it's a very good cause. We hope that you will all be there. The conference is all about HIV awareness, PrEP education in honor of National Gay Men's HIV and AIDS Awareness Day, which is on Sunday, the 27th. So we're excited to be partnering with that. Obviously, health is very important based on our events have a lot of men. So we're happy to not only have a philanthropy component, but now starting a health component for GVSC going into 2021. So that's on Thursday night, and camping is on Friday, starting on Friday night. So for details, visit us on Instagram, Twitter, Meetup, and Facebook, as well as on our website, which has been freshly updated with some fun, cool features and music videos and all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you check us out there. And we just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for joining in your pool for those who did. Thank you to our special co-presenters on the categories. Robert, round of applause for Robert. Yay, Robert. Our executive assistant. Also to Jorge, who is our marketing coordinator, Instagram guru. And that strange man trying to hide behind him. Like she swears we can't see that. Those big bronze shoulders in the corner, Ryan. And also Chris Padron, who was here earlier. He had to step off because he had something to do. Who's our programming director, Serrano Plus.
Something to do. Something to do.
Well, no judgment. No.
My bad.
And everyone who joined us here for tonight, thank you for supporting us. And we look forward to seeing you at our events next week. And our fall calendar is coming up soon. We have some exciting things to look forward to. So we hope you'll get to be there with us. And everybody have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Hasta la vista.